Hey guys, what's going on? I apologize about that interruption. I didn't think I was gonna get arrested, but I got a citation. Check this out. Yeah. Um, I'm kind of shocked right now. Like, if I go back there, I could get arrested. So I guess this is them doing a favor by giving me a citation. So this is in direct violation of turn reverse driver. This is really bad. The uh, the federal courts already have ruled on this already. They have already ruled on this, and the fact that we're 4 years into the ruling, 4 years into turn reverse driver, and there's cities that are still doing stuff like this. That's insane, man. So I have court on somewhere on this paper. I have court on August 10th at 10 a.m. Is that a Monday? Can somebody check? I wonder if that's a Monday. The judge that I'm going to appear in front of is Judge L.W. Winky. That's a Tuesday. Ah, man, I gotta work Tuesday. Ah, great. So that means I gotta use a vacation day just to go to court and fight this. Um, there is no. This is a fine that I have to pay, but it doesn't specify how much the fine is. I did ask the officers. They didn't know what the fine is. I just got to contact the court. So let me give you guys a rundown on pretty much my decision making. Oh wow, this ticket's not this ticket's invalid. They have my sex as a female on here, so this ticket's not valid. Wait a minute. I mean, bro, last I checked, I had a dick and balls, but they have me as a female on here. So I guess that's one way out of this ticket, I guess. But I don't know. I'm just saying. Wow. So pretty much a lot of you guys know that I do the YouTube channel part-time. I don't do it full-time. I actually have a full-time job. Um, I'm a senior network technician, just pretty much a network engineer. Um, that I do full-time. It's pretty much kind of what I went to go to school for. Oh, uh, apparently they didn't shut off all my cameras. They shut off the live stream, but my main camera and my body camera was still going. Knowing that, I asked them a lot of questions. So I do have a good microphone on my camera, so I'm pretty sure the microphone picked up a lot of a lot of interesting answers. I will say that. Um, this is the reason why I like to go live um, when it comes to like me going to different areas, because you never know what's gonna happen. You know, you never know how these audits are gonna turn out. So it's always best to live stream. And obviously, the more cameras, the better, because you know they're. I mean, there's a good chance they might miss one camera and not turn them all off. So let me flip it around. Nope, nope, I do not want to. So body cam was still going, camera was still going. So this is pretty much where I have my phone sitting whenever I do live streams. Oh man. I guess I'm a female now. So, but I mean, everything else appears to be correct on this citation. So if I don't appear, I can have a warrant for my arrest. Or if I don't contact them, I'll have a warrant for my arrest. And there's a good chance that if I do go to court, I can't record inside the court. But we'll say that for another day. Some of you guys know, very rarely some of you guys know what I have. But I guess I won't be able to record in court. But otherwise, yes, I still have, you know, my camera. I got all my gear back. And pretty much if I go back over there, I could be subject to arrest. So with that being said, we're not going to push the issue. They already made their point. They do have my business card with the case law turn reverse driver on the back of it. So I'll let them pass that around and ponder that. So yeah, some really stupid stuff. So I just want to get into why I identified myself. I didn't have my ID on me, but I did give them my name and my date of birth. I gave them those two pieces of information and then let them do the footwork after that. And that's because I have my network job. That's my primary job. Okay. I do that full time. I do YouTube part-time, which is why I don't really upload, you know, on the daily basis or go out and make my own content. With my job that I've been with for almost 5 years, doing network, you know, I wouldn't even call it IT, because it's not really IT. It's just basically like a network engineering job. So I won't go into details of that. So my company requires me to contact them if I get arrested. If I ever get arrested, I have to contact my company and let them know. If I don't let them know, I'll be in violation and I could lose my job. So that's something that you definitely don't want to do as right before you close on a house. So yeah, as I said, you always want to stand your ground, stand your rights, but everybody has different scenarios. Everybody, it's case by case. All right, it's all case by case. So the important thing is, I didn't get arrested. I have all my gear to pretty much prove my side and prove that the city is probably going to get sued too. And this town only has like 1,500 people in it. I don't even know if they can afford a lawsuit, to be honest. This is a very small town, guys. It's a very, very small town. The charge here, I'm gonna fold this so you guys can read it. Hold on, I'm gonna flip this around. So this is what the citation reads. Citation other. Fine, contact court. Total fine, contact court. There was no search. They did pat me down, check me for weapons. They did mention that I had a license to carry, but I didn't have my gun with me. Only because, you know, I don't want them to try to twist the narrative, because we all know what happens. They were asking me questions, trying to incriminate myself, saying, you know, did I go to the car doors and open them? And I asked them, I said, why would I do that? That doesn't make sense to me. But they pretty much said, you'd be surprised. And they had, and I mean, after that was about it. But then I said, what, do you guys have people steal your vehicles, or have you guys had them stolen before? And yes, they were wearing a body camera, and the two officers involved were, as you see here, T. Brown, 111. He was the first officer to respond, and there was a second one. His name was F. Foster. I believe his badge number was 107. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're watching this live stream because they do have my business card with my YouTube channel on it. So there's a good chance they're probably watching it. And if they are watching it, they might be trying to look for me. I'm still within the city limits. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do, because I don't want to get pulled over and they arrest me anyway. So right now it's kind of escaped. What is this? What's the name of the city? Corrigan. Escape Corrigan. About to make up our own movie now. Oh, what the charge? The charge is pretty much a violation. I was violating their city ordinance. City ordinance 8.600. That's what their city ordinance is. Let me go somewhere where I'm out of sight. I don't want to. I'm still sitting off the main road here. Yeah, I'm sitting off the main road. I don't want to draw attention to myself. I'm going to continue live streaming until I actually leave the city. Guys, don't go to the PD. Please don't go to the PD. Don't do that, please. Don't go to the PD. Do not give them any issues. It's, you know, what's done is already done. Yeah, what's done is already done, man. Don't even bother. I don't want to see any other people get arrested or behind this nonsense. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't want that. Yeah, this is a very odd citation. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bounce out of this city. I don't know what's gonna happen if I stay here. Especially if people are going to the PD right now. Kinda don't want that attention right now. And I did not send those people there. So if you're at the PD, please do not cause any issues. Protest peacefully, but just anyway, just stay away. Well, this is the most people I had on a live stream before. 1,400 people watching this. Jeez. Word does get around really fast. So I'm going to be doing a couple of calls here, figure out what I'm going to do about this citation. Alright, I got to go back through this way so I can get out of the town. Thank you guys for the donation. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you everybody for supporting me, having my back. I was not. I had a feeling I was going to get arrested because of the way that they were acting. I was not expecting to get arrested. I was expecting to get more information about why they have such an ordinance there, and to kind of make a story on it. But it looks like now I have a story. I don't understand. This is the reason why we have the Constitution in the first place. This is the exact reason why we have the Bill of Rights. So pretty much they have a city ordinance. The city council members voted on this ordinance to pass it, to make it a crime for people to record their police station. You can't even go through the front door with the camera, and they pretty much made that very clear. I think I'm gonna stop at Whataburger. I'm kind of hungry. I just need to get something to eat. I feel a little bit lightheaded right now because I was in that sun. I mean, I don't like Whataburger. Whataburger's all right, but there's literally one like almost in every town. I guess I should have my body camera rolling when I go inside here. Thank you everybody for the donations. I appreciate it. Reason why I don't audit with this, because people freak out. Yeah, people freak out if you have a gun, especially the police, because you know they like to change their narrative and stuff. Nah, I don't want to get chased out of town, dude. I'm away from the PD, so I'm away from the PD. So I'm specifically telling you guys, do not call, don't go up there creating a ruckus. Just don't do it.
I wouldn't recommend it either. But I mean, you do have the right to address your government. I'm gonna just get something small because I'm hungry. Thank you guys for the donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hungry, dude. I'm lightheaded from standing out in that sun. They had me standing out there for. I mean, even though we were in the shade, it was like really really hot. Hi, good. Can I have a medium fry with a side of gravy and a medium Sprite, light ice? Or I guess I can get my own drink there. Gotcha. What's the population of this town? Like about 1,500 people? Don't know.
I don't know. It's small.
Yeah, no, it's a very small town. Hey guys, you want to know what's crazy? I think there's more people on this live stream than there is the total population of the city. I think the city of Corrigan has about 1,500 people here, and I have 1,400 people on the live stream watching right now. That's insane, dude. Yeah, really. I saw a sign that said they had maybe roughly 15, like whenever you enter the city, the population was like 1,539. It might have changed, but they haven't updated the signs. But we literally have 1,400 people in here watching. I might go back up to. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go to the PD. I need to go. Thank you, Shay Real, for the donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, it might get lower after this issue. If you guys go look on on the Google reviews for this department, they have a average 1.7 stars. I'm not joking. When I was looking at the reviews, they were complaining about how bad this town is in speed trap. This town is like notorious for speed trapping. And there's a lot of people that are upset about it. Thank you, Thea, for the donation. Appreciate it. Oh, we're at 1,500, 1,525. Wow. Okay, so we're about to be on pace for passing the population of this city. What am I gonna do about this? I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna let them walk away with this. So, definitely gonna be talking to some people about this. This is insane. Thank you, Paul Evans, for the $50 donation. Thank you, I appreciate that. Dang, it's sure taking a long time for a fry. I just got something small. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Just by chance, was anybody able to find that ordinance?
I appreciate it.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, so this is my snack. I get a side of gravy and some fries. I'm just gonna eat just a little bit, and then I might try to figure out what I'm gonna do after this, because I still haven't had my questions answered. I want to know more specifically about why they have those signs on the outside of the building. It doesn't make sense. I was gonna do a story about it, but I ended up becoming a story. 1,600 people. Ooh. Thank you, Tammy, for the $19 donation. I appreciate that. I'm gonna say this. They've been doing this before. This department has been doing this before. This is not like a first time thing. In fact, this has happened to someone else. And in fact, if you think my situation was bad, their situation was a lot worse than mine. Okay? It's outrageous. I'm not gonna release that story. I'm gonna wait and follow the instructions of the individual that was involved in the incident, because it's his incident. So I'll just follow and see what he wants to do. But I just wanted to do like a follow-up story, come here, get some B-roll footage, just take some pictures on the outside of the building, and then maybe go inside to see who I can talk to about the signs on the building. And then all that led to me being, detained and threatened with arrest. That's insane, dude. Has anybody been able to find that ordinance? Corrigan is the city, and the ordinance is 8.600. Thank you, Brent, for the $20 donation. Thank you, sir. Has anybody been able to find that ordinance? Because I'm real curious. If they don't, then I gotta go. I need to figure out where to get that ordinance from, because that's what I'm being cited for. So I don't want to have to go back to the PD, but I can't think of a way to get this ordinance. Thank you, Kevin, for the $20 donation. Thank you, sir. Guys, I'm gonna say, don't come up here. Don't come up here to start problems. Okay? Do not do it, because I don't want anyone else to get arrested. I don't want anyone to get arrested over this. It's not worth the trip. It's not worth the trip to prove that there's a violation. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just eating something right now because I'm a little lightheaded. I was out in the sun. And I kind of blame myself because I didn't really eat anything before I left. So I woke up, got ready, and just decided that I was going to do some B-roll footage for the story that I'm going to do. Yeah, I gotta figure out where to get this local ordinance from, because now I gotta go to court for it. Hey, does anybody know if they have like a Facebook page? I want to say that I was probably detained for close to 25 minutes. Somebody said ordinance 8.60 or 8.600 is a zoning ordinance.
You got a patty melt. You got the patty melt, baby. Here's your mom. You got the patty melt, remember? You got the patty melt. What's your mom? See? Strawberry mom.
No, I was given a citation, and I left. Okay, I think I'm good now. So if you guys hang around for about another minute or two, I'm gonna go into detail about everything. So just give me a minute. I kind of blame myself because I didn't eat much today, so I was a little lightheaded standing outside in the sun. All I had today was a Gatorade and a Rice Krispie treat. That's all I had for today. And then this fries and gravy. That's like my second meal. So just give me a second. Let me get some of my energy back, and then I'll go into detail about everything. So some people are saying that this ordinance does not exist. Like they just made that up. Remember, it's a city ordinance. It's not a county ordinance. Pack your lunch. All right. Okay, let me get out of here, and then we're gonna talk.
Okay.
All right. All right, so here's the story. I was following up on a tip that I received that this department had signs on the exterior of their building that pretty much made it unlawful for people to record the building and the patrol cars. And we're just talking about outside. So the next day on my day off, and keep in mind, you know, this is I don't do this full time. This is a part-time thing I do. So I went over just to follow up on that story because I was going to do a story about it, get B-roll footage. Maybe if I got lucky, I was going to do an interview with someone about it. And then sure enough, when I went there, saw that they had signs posted, but I couldn't really read from across the street. I had to walk across the street to get closer. And then when I was able to see the signs, I made sure to stay away from the vehicles. I wasn't even near the vehicles at all. But I still recorded the vehicles.
So after I recorded the vehicles and then the signs, I walked straight to the front door. Now keep in mind the front door is about 10 feet from where they keep their patrol vehicles or where their patrol vehicles are at. I went inside, talked to the dispatcher. Just trying to see if there was someone that I could speak to about the signs and why they have them there. Of course, because this is footage that it's going to go into my story that I was going to make. Well, the dispatcher was about to get someone out there to come out there and meet me, and then I noticed on their bulletin they have a piece of paper that states that recording beyond this entry, you'll have your equipment is subject to a seizure. Yeah, they had that. That's crazy, right? So, and then when I turned towards the front door, the door that I came in to enter the police station, on the left side of the door, they have another paper that says, recording beyond this point, you can get your equipment is subject to seizure. And this is like if you're leaving the building. So the way that they have their signs, even though the signs are unlawful, the placements of the signs are very poor. So I went outside and stood 2 feet from the front door. And when I stood 2 feet from the front door, waited for the officer to come up, and then what you see in the first video is pretty much what you see. That's pretty much what happened. So I made it very clear. I asked the officer, are you detaining me? Yes. All right. Are you going to arrest, is this citation, is this an arrestable offense or is this a citation? They said it was both. So after that, I made it clear to them, I didn't want any problems. I'm not here to start issues. I'm just here to get information for my story. They didn't care. It got to the point to where they were threatening me with arrest. Like, if you don't give us identification, you're going to be arrested. Now, did I give identification? Yeah. No, well, I didn't give my ID, but I gave them my name and my date of birth. I don't carry my ID with me, but I gave them my name and my date of birth. And there's 3 main reasons why. Okay? I do YouTube part-time. My main job, which is like network engineering type stuff, I've had that job for almost 5 years now. And, that's pretty much what I went to school for. In the policy with my job, if I get arrested, I have to notify them. All right? I have to notify my job every single time I get arrested. If I don't notify them, then I can lose my job. Okay? So I don't know how my job is as far as me, recording the police and all that other stuff. That's another story. However, the whole point of the story, the whole point is to avoid arrest because I don't want to, have my job in jeopardy. And then on top of that, I'm about to close on the house. I'm having a house built. Very nice house that I've always wanted. So I'm having that built. And I don't want to lose my job way before we even get to closing costs. So there's that too. So there's a lot of factors that were at play of why I identified. However, and then the third reason is I made sure the guy was going to give me a citation because I wanted to see what was on a citation. I wanted to see what the ordinance is. Only because they gave this citation to someone else already, but they listed other. So when I got my citation, it listed other for the reason why or whatever for the citation. So after I got that, I left, but they shut off my live stream, which I had close to 800 people watching. And they took my body, they removed my body cam so I couldn't record the interaction. So they removed it. So they took all my gear, they confiscated it. while I was detained. So I couldn't record my my detainment. Kind of felt like a little something got stuck down there. So I couldn't record my detainment. After but I did notice that my main camera was still recording, but it was facing the opposite direction. So I was trying to do my best to kind of keep the officer's attention away from my camera gear and focused on me, because I don't want them to walk over to my camera gear and see that it's still recording. So I know both my main camera and my body camera were still recording. So all I did was try to keep their focus on me, ask them questions, ask them everything I could, because I knew everything was being recorded. So I asked all the necessary information because I wanted to be clear why the ordinance was there. And you won't believe what they said. The ordinance is basically there because they have people that go there to record. That's specifically why they had that ordinance, to pretty much deter people from coming there to record the police station. Bro, and this is 4 years after Turner vs. Driver, bro. Crazy, huh? So you don't have to be arrested to prove violation of the law, and they made it clear. One thing I wanted to do was make sure that there's video evidence. I want to make sure that I can retain that video evidence, because a lot of people know what it's like to get arrested and then try to fight to have your camera gear back, to have, you know, all your stuff back, because even if they arrest you, they're still going to find out who you are anyway. So best thing is to prove that you had a violation and try to avoid the arrest. Make sure it's clear that if you don't do what they say, they will arrest you. That is a threat of arrest. You definitely are being oppressed at that point. Your freedom is being threatened at that point. Your very livelihood is being threatened to be taken away from you. So the best thing to do is do what you have to do, because everybody's situation is different, and therefore, you know, I wouldn't judge every situation the same. So when people are IDing because they're being faced with threatened arrests, keep in mind everybody's situation is different. Everybody has things going on in their life. People have things going on in the background to where they can't afford to do this. Now, keep in mind, if this was like back when I was in college, 10 times out of 10 I would have taken the arrest, like I've always done. However, this is probably one of those rare times where I would ID, because there's, you know, if you have a lot to lose, you know, you want to second guess that. But as long as you can prove violations, you can prove the officers violated the law, you're pretty much good at that point. So while I was being detained, I asked all the necessary information I could, everything that I could think of, and the cops answered my questions. Now, whether my microphone picked it up or not, I have to double check. I haven't checked it yet. But the microphone that I have is close to $200 or something like that. So it's a pretty good microphone. So hopefully it picked up a lot, even though I was standing maybe about 7 feet away from it, facing the other direction. So we'll see. But we'll have to see. So pretty much all the signs on their front building are not lawful. They're all these signs, you know, pretty much the only thing that's legit is probably their police parking only. Like, that's the only sign that holds any water. And if everything else that was on that side of the building was just like null and void. They even had 30.6 and 30.7 signs on the front door, which were unlawful. They weren't even the correct font. They weren't the correct printout. So that was one reason why I carry. Everybody knows that I have a license to carry, and I carry every time I go cop watching. It's not a secret. However, knowing that they had those signs on the door, I opted to leave my gun in the car, because it would have been something else they would have tried to charge me with. So that's something that I tried to avoid. So it's sad that you have to go to that extent to protect your freedom in order to remain from getting violated from tyrants who put up false signs and illegal signs. It's sad that we have to live in a society like that. But that's kind of how it is nowadays. And this is the type of stuff that goes on when people don't stand up and do what's right. I mean, this is a very small town, and there's no telling how these people feel about their department because from what I've seen online on their reviews, they have a 1.7 star rating, and this was before before auditors like hit there. There were a lot of people complaining about their speed traps and them illegally pulling people over and citing them. Thank you, Romaine, for the $19 donations. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I gotta see what I'm gonna do about this, because now that I got the citation, I have to appear in court, and I guarantee you they're not going to want me to record in court, so I have to figure something out. It's gonna be interesting. So that means I gotta dress nice, button up shirts. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then you will later on. But so I gotta wear a nice button-up shirt when I go to court, with some slack pants and some dress shoes or whatever. So we'll see. But we'll figure it out. Maybe they'll dismiss the charge, but I don't believe they will. I think what they'll try to do is try to fight this, because the whole point of them having this ordinance up was to deter people from going there recording. The court date. The court date is, I think I said it earlier, I think it was August 10th. Hang on. It's somewhere on here. Yeah, August 10th at 10 a.m. I'm here to notify to appear. Then I have the address here with the yeah, so it's going to be 1001 North Home Street in Corrigan, Texas. So we'll see. Well, in the meantime, I guess I gotta get out of the city because I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll keep you guys notified. I'll keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen. But as you guys know, I have sued many times before. Whenever police officers do this, so who knows? All right, guys. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for donating. Thank you guys for just even being there. As I said, I do this part-time. If I did this full-time, then these departments will be in serious trouble if I did this full-time. But I just do this part-time. But I just thank you guys again for supporting me. Thank you guys for being there. Thank you for sticking with me for this story. There definitely will be more to come, so don't worry. And you guys stay safe, stay vigilant, and Batosai out.